Sega of America's backlash towards the Sega CD. I am a big fan of the Sega CD because of its great quality games and the sound quality of the Genesis. It has problems, such as the price, etc. However, I get into a big detail that Sega of America addressed that I finally addressed when I criticized the Mega CD and the Sega CD and what I should be analyzing as a console, not the game library. I play mainly on Sega Fusion emulator anyway. According to Scott Bayless, former Sega of America senior producer, the Mega CD was designed with a cheap consumer grade audio CD drive, not a CD ROM. Quite late in the runner up to launch, the quality assurance teams started running into severe problems with many of its units. And when I say severe, I mean literally many units bursting in flames. We worked around the clock trying to catch the failure in progress. In about a week, we finally realized what was happening. Bayless said, I joined Sega just as the Mega CD was emerging from engineering in Japan. My first significant job at the company was to help bring the device into the US market. It was a launch full of stumbles, but without question some of the worst errors were technical. The Mega CD never really had a reason to exist. I remember we were inundated with inquiries from music people. They were fascinated with the apparent potential of a game machine that could play CD quality music, from practice that didn't translate vastly into a vastly improved game experience. I remember sitting in a pitch meeting while Thomas Dolby tried to sell us a music-based adventure title. We all thought that his concept was interesting, but too thin to carry a full game. Looking back, that should have been a clue that something was off the rails. If Thomas Dolby couldn't come up with something interesting to do with music in a game, what the heck what were we going to do was so much better. Now, while I've never heard of Sega CDs burning on fire and bursting into flames, I have heard, however, of fuses overheating, burning out, CDs lasers not spinning, CD lasers not reading, menus not popping up, etc. The fact that I blame the NES for having a lot of consoles that can't read games because of them being too dusty, and the Xbox 360's failures with grid ringing. I should not give the Sega CD a pass either.